Howdy everyone, what's going on? Yeah, God, my desk is my desk is an absolute mess right now. Mainly because I got like all kinds of stuff just sort of sitting around. I got my dice bag. Drop the dice. We had a game of D&D yesterday. We were playing Curse of Strahd. Strahd found us. He's yeah. He's fun. But one thing that I wanted to start doing is I wanted to start doing a series of sort of modeling Dungeons and Dragons monsters. For a long time I've been, well, since I've started doing this sort of daily building type stream, I've been kind of struggling to sort of picture what exactly I wanted to do with what I wanted to model every day, or what I wanted to do every day, you know, because after a while, once you start doing stuff like this every day, constantly, you just be like, oh fuck, what do I want to do now? So it's really hard to sort of think of what all you want to do or what you can do. So I'm thinking I'm wanting to start something that has a little bit more structure, a little bit more, a little bit more something or other to it. What the hell's this? Hold on. Oh shit, that was a bookmark. I just pulled a bookmark out of my... Oh fuck. No, well, now I'll never know where I was bookmarking. But yeah, I have... God, how many books do I have sitting on my desk right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 of my old Dungeons and Dragons books right here. God, I have so many of these fucking things. But I wanted to go through a good bit of them slowly, and I wanted to model things that were in all of these. So the one thing that I wanted to start with, I think the classic thing I want to start out with, and the one that is probably the easiest for me to start with, is the Monsters Manual. You know, I have an entire, there's a list of how many creatures are there. Like, countless. 2 to 3 pages worth of creatures that are just asking to be modeled, and I haven't even considered to touch it at one point or another. Right? So, okay. But one thing that I feel a little bit, before I even start the series in full, I kind of feel this introductory loop thing it's well, I don't really think it fits what I'm really trying to do here. It's too basic. It's more, this is more for like the general Blender stuff that I do, but you know, I think I want something more along the lines of, let's see here, that's probably my Curse of Strahd stuff, yeah. I want something more like this, something a little bit more hardcore and red. So, I really want to make something that's more in theme of what I'm wanting the series to be. And I have, I know what the first monster I'm gonna make is first. When I get down to it, I'm gonna be going page by page. You know, the first monster that I'm gonna do from A to Z, it has to be the Aboleth. It's right there, first one. So that'll be what I start off with. But I fucked around too much. It's time to actually get blending, I guess. So the first, what I'm thinking to get this sort of introduction that I have in my head, I'm kind of thinking like an opened, sort of really thick leather-bound book. Kind of here. I bet I can find a picture of this, because I'm basically wanting to take the actual Monsters Manual cover and art. I want to turn that into an actual model. Monster Manual 3.5. This is for me. My shit was 3rd edition. 3rd edition is my jam and forever shall be. my favorite edition. I'm rather contrarian when it comes to 5e. I have a knack for bitching about it. I have a bad habit of talking shit every time I say something. All right, so let's take our. This is kind of the cover. This is what I'm looking at right here. So I'm basically gonna take that, and we're gonna make it our own sort of thing. This is gonna be a very higher detailed kind of model. So let's get to it now. Let's swap back to my Blender stuff. Let's swap back to console capture. There we go. All right. So the first order of business is we're gonna have to design the cover. And I have the book right here for reference in designing this shit. So obviously the cover is flat. It's a glossy hardcover book. And you can hear how hard the cover is. It's just a big eye. Yeah, it's basically just a big eye. Yeah. But hey, Nick, I want to take this and make it more three-dimensional because it's a flat book. You know, there's no text, there's no surface to it. So we're gonna make this thing. It's gonna look like the Necronomicon when we're done. It's gonna look really, really nice. So this book is largely, it's kind of a cube. It's a very flat rectangular cube, but it works. We'll just slowly flatten it like that. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna make this be the front cover. We don't really need this to be rigged. Here we go. Hold this up, kind of like this. I don't know why are you not like a mod right now? I should give me a hot second. You should be moderated at this point. There you go. Whoop. Don't ask me why I haven't modded you yet. Don't. It's what the oopsie doodle on my part. Okay. First time, yep. Okay, so this is about the proportions that we would want. It's a matter of sort of figuring out exactly what we want. What I could do, let's do this. So we know we're gonna have these portions here. So this is more of a hard surface modeling than anything. And I'm not particularly good at hard surface modeling. Hard surface modeling is not my forte. I left an example in the Discord server. Which one be that? Ah, whoa. Fuck yeah. That's badass. Yeah, it'd be something akin to that. That's a real nice cover. Now, for whatever reason, I can't select. I'm having trouble with my topology here. I don't know why that's the case. There we go. But yeah, hard surface modeling is a little bit more difficult for me. I prefer organic modeling. It's a lot easier for my brain to process. Part of me thinks it would maybe be better instead of modeling it all out of this plane, if I instead just sort of took these, sort of duplicated them out. Where's the front face? Actually. Oh shit, I've selected the back. That's not good. There we go. Might be easier for me to work like this. There we go. Scale it on the X like that. This is gonna be a long process, I think. Got that like that. It's gonna be an area right here. This all here needs to be duplicated. Needs to match this as well. Let's try on snapping. Snap that there. And then let's take all this and scale it on the Z like that. Hey, I don't know why I haven't done this yet, because oh, hey, thanks, Varthan. Wes, how's it going? Yes, indeed. Okay. One thing that I need to realize is that this cover is symmetrical from left to right, and another thing that I need to do is actually bring my damn reference in here. Get out of that mode. Let's see, where, there we go. Bring the monster manual in here. There we go. There's my cover. Yeah. Whoop. Good stuff. All right. Another thing that I need to do is I need to turn on material capture so I can actually see the shapes of our model when we work. That'd be good. Not really the best, but I need at least something. Okay, so these parts right here are kind of like hinges, I think. You know what? Here. I'm working with a small brain. I gotta turn on a mirror modifier here. Oops. Mirror modifier, there we go. Put that down the middle. Let's delete that, there we go. I should literally cut my work in half. Let's turn on clipping. Fuck back to this. What the? There we go. Now clipping's working and following, right? I'm not getting the depth that I'm looking for. I'm struggling to see what I need. Okay. Because what I need is for it to... Are you still going to have Monster Manual in the front? I probably shouldn't, honestly. I mean, I could if I... What do you think? You think I should? Okay, I need to make a shader or something that will... Let's turn that off. So I need to be able to see... Yeah, I'm probably going to take the artistic liberties to remove that. So let's try this. So... I can force it to color things as I need them to, based on the angle that I'm viewing them at. Hopefully this will create a sort of fake depth so they can see my work in. So let's mix these two emissions. We'll do red and yellow. So we put them into this. Well, we should get a pretty orangey color. And now if we add, I believe, Fresnel, we'll get some. We'll get... I don't know if that's working as well as I need it to either. That darker. Make that darker. Hey, what's up? RMR, I guess. Maybe DSP would be easier. God, you know what? We'll just work with this. I'm struggling already. Okay. So this is more of a round kind of object here. So let's just place a seam there. Let's put one. Sort of pull it out a bit. That. Probably a flip-flop. All right. I see you like that sort of moniker I gave to you. Yeah. Okay. So, if we're looking at where we are right now, we need to recreate this sort of curtain area right there. That kind of comes out and then forms into a ball. Let's bring that, scale it out, and bring it back like that. Really what that is. There we go. Let's take... Hold up. This is going to be a long, arduous process, and it's a design process, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain to watch for a little while until I get my bearings right. This probably needs to come in a bit. Like that. This right here needs to come in like that. Yeah. Now let's take this whole thing and just bring it in like that. You know what? This whole thing is pretty close to being symmetrical up and down too. At least the areas that I'm looking at. So you know what? Let's put that there, that there. Let's just take all of that right here. We'll just delete these vertices, and then we'll mirror it across the z-axis like that. It should work. Because if we look over here, what we're working on, this area right here, we'd really be having the double O work if we just work down here. I'm like, okay, now we gotta repeat the same thing up here. We're wasting our time by not mirroring. So that's what we gotta be doing right now. And then we gotta go about making a sphered area right here. Also, another thing that's a waste of time. We have these faces all along the back. We'll never even be seeing these. So we should just delete them right now. Let's just do that. So we'll never even be seeing them. There we go. And this area ain't done, so we'll just have that being complete like that. Alright. Alright. Let's select all this now. This is almost the ball that we need it to be. Let's just extrude this down on the everything but Z-axis. Data face, data face. Yep, that went not so good. Like that. Hit. Now this here becomes a face as well as that. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned yet that, yeah, I've hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is crazy to me. I don't think I've mentioned that on Twitch yet. That's a hell of an achievement. I never thought I don't think I'd ever get there, but hey, there I am, right? Okay, let's bring all this here. I need to scale this flat on the y-axis. Let's scale y0. There we go, that's nice and smooth now. Let's hide that real quick. Yep. Hide those. I need these, scale them on the y like that. Oop. G, Y, snap it there, there we go. That looks pretty good. Now let's just take these. We need to bring them up a bit. Just a hair. That's good. I don't know. I do know that these are supposed to be metallic. We're just gonna delete this material right now because that was a failed attempt to sort of create a false depth for myself. I'll just do it like this, so. Until I actually get materials that I need, we'll just do it like this. So these areas right here, this is gonna be metallic. Make it a little bit specular, make it a little bit rough. Just assign that, and that should be, yeah, there we got a metal thing there. Let's shade it smooth. There we go. And we got a golden metal like this. Let's make it like this, except not. And then this one, we'll make it a more golden color. We can see what that golden color looks on that. Let's select this, assign that. Now let's make a new material based off of, what was it, this one? This is gonna be more of a red. Maybe a little bit more darker of a red, but that's really what, whoa, hey-oh. Got me mixed up there. We're gonna slowly start to make that. All right. Let's just duplicate this and move it up. Those need to come a little bit closer. There we go. Oop. All right, let's get out of that mode real quick. I need more space to edit my material, my object here. Do that, that. So now we're just gonna take these faces and just delete them. Like that. Like that. That should probably... That work? It did not. Huh. Why is that? Does it not meet up perfectly or something? Guess not. Huh. That's strange. No idea why that is. I should have matched it perfectly. Something went wrong there, though. There we go, that's fixed now. That's good. Okay. These areas down here. This is definitely going to be a fun exercise for me in hard surface modeling. Is this a D&D thingy? Yes, it is. This here is the third monster manual. Not third monster manual. This is the monster manual for the 3rd edition of Dungeons & Dragons, which was really popular in the 90s, was it? I believe it was the 90s. Yeah. So, this is my D&D. This is my favorite edition. Alright, we're gonna add a few. Alright, let's select this edge. Let's select this edge here now. What? Oh. I accidentally deleted those spaces. Whoops. Very imprecise way of me doing these things, unfortunately, so... Try that. And this here needs to come up. More like that. Kind of like that. Although I think this does come over a bit too much. There we go. It's gonna take a long time to get this looking like that. Also, this needs to come up a bit. What the? Oh, those managed to fuse together on accident. Yeah, that's what happened. This. Alright, let's move this up. Might be easier to instead just go around all of this and hit bevel. Yeah. Then we're gonna take this entire ring along all those edges. We're gonna sign that silver. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's maybe take all these and you know what? I think I jumped the gun. I shouldn't have done that yet. I'm still not done with this because there's... Let's see here now. Yeah. There are areas on the front here where the gems are embedded into the book. We gotta get that going right there. Whoop, actually I moved the book. So let's see here. I think we should take that. I think we're gonna need to get rid of this right here. Whoa. And you know what? Much like how I earlier... What the... We're just gonna do that for now. That's selected still. I got an idea. Select that, separate it like that. That should fix. All right. Like that. We gotta go back behind here and delete all these faces along the back because since they're along the side of the book, they're never gonna be seen. These is just a waste of topology, so let's just get rid of all that. Don't even need it. Alright. Now we're gonna need right here. Let's add your sphere. Wait. What the f... Alright. Let's try that again. Set a sphere. Let's set this to 6 segments by 4 segments. Bring down that radius a lot. Like that. So we got that segment down. Okay, so first order of business, let's take this, rotate this on the x-axis 90 degrees, so it's sticking out like that. I think the music needs to come down just a hair. There we go. So we're gonna make a material for the gems. But they're red, very much red. We're gonna need to turn on some special stuff for these. Ambient occlusion, bloom, subspace surfacing, refraction. There we go. Just the usual stuff. All right. Put this off for a second. Let's turn on transmission. We should make them gem-like. More gem-like. And what kind of gem would this be? Would it be it's a ruby of some sort, right? Index of refraction reference, I suppose. So there's a list of things that list what all the areas of refraction are, and it gives some stuff for atmosphere as well. So I think sapphire. I believe emeralds, rubies, and sapphires are all the same material. They're just a different level of something. So let's see, a ruby? Is ruby listed? No. Sapphire's listed. So I think we'll just go for sapphire. It's a similar material. Not to mention it could be a fantasy gem, so we'll just do that. So 1.762. That'll do. 1.762. There we go. Now let's make this. That's specular. Don't want that. Make it smoother. There we go. That's got some shine to it. Now let's select it. Mesh shading smooth. Where is that? Smooth faces. That's looking nice. I could just hit all of it, and I think if I hit Control Bevel, that would make it more roundish, but you just destroy your topology if you do that. Although, I suppose what I should do instead, maybe if I just double these. That'd more come in lines of what we would want. All right, rotate this 90. I'll just take this whole ring and hide it. Then we take that side, and we're just gonna delete all those vertices here. And we take this, just merge them together. Now it's all stuck together. All right, take this. We'll reapply the ruby. That is pretty though. Take that. Mesh shading flat. Whoopsies. I hit the wrong thing. You know what? Here, I'm gonna set this to a favorite so that way we can easily access this. Shade faces smooth. There we go. Now, we're not gonna be able to see the back of this area anyway, so we'll just delete that. And we'll just take this whole thing and we'll move it to be flat with this area right there. There we go. All right. That's looking pretty good. Shouldn't be that big, but pretty cursor. There we go. That's pretty big. Put that to be about right there. Alright. There's a disconnect right there. That's interesting. So this area right here shouldn't actually be a part of that. This mirroring, so these need to be moved back a bit. Let's turn off clipping. Let's move, yeah, right there. Whoop. So we need to bring this, let's extrude back, y-axis like that, so I flush with that. There we go. Back together. I don't even know whether or not all these faces need to be out as far as they are. This might be a bit too much. That'll be good for now. Okay, another thing that is about this is that there is a sort of what's the word? It's been a long time since I took metalsmithing. Is anyone familiar with the term that the piece of metal that holds the gem? anyone remember what that's called? Or know what that's called? 1 second. No idea. Yeah. Metal that holds the gem. Nomenclature. Yeah. Okay. Table of contents. Bezel? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called? The bezel? Bezel. A bezel setting is essentially a band of metal that wraps around a stone. Yeah, it's a bezel. Okay, got it. Found it. So yeah, we're basically gonna need to recreate this bezel here, this band of metal that goes around this stone. And here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna take this ring around the gem. Just gonna duplicate it. Just hide everything else. Gonna bring this down a bit like that. Select this now. Let's apply the gold like that. And then just expand it out like that. Of course, these need to go. Oh, that's probably why it didn't work. Okay, hold up. Turn clipping back on. There we go. Now that looks great. Perfect. Now we're gonna have to replicate that one more time. However, the problem with this is that this is gonna need to be. Let's, we'll duplicate this. Whoop. Scale it down about like that. And what we need to do is we need to just separate it. We need to isolate it from the mirroring modifier. So this here is pulled apart, right? Like this. So we'll just apply the mirror modifier to this. We'll move it over here. And then we'll rejoin it back on the material. Huh? What the hell's happening here? What the fuck? Well, that's interesting. Not at all the desired effect. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Here, I got an idea. Just select all of this, cursor to selected. Huh. Oh. Right. I forgot it was being mirrored across the z-axis as well. Just gonna delete that. That should fix it. There we go. Perfect. Now. Yep, there's that. Where does that go? About right there, right? Yeah. Works. Now this should come down a bit. That out like that a bit. Go. Alright. I'm just gonna look at my thing for a hot second. Whoop. Okay. So it comes up to there. That's where it goes off. Got it. So this whole piece right here should come down Whoa. This whole piece should be centered right there. Got it. All right. So we'll just take this, we'll delete that. All right. We'll start over. We'll just take all that and just pitch it. And we'll just move this slowly. About right. Hit. Right there. Let's set our 3D cursor down there so I can slowly... Oh. Oh, that says... Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this real quick. 1 second. This doesn't even go inward. Just a flat plane. There we go. Merge by distance. Perfect. So we're just gonna take this, extrude this way, scale it down. Thing. It just goes to about, whoop, shit. About right. What the hell? About there. That's about where that goes. Let's just take this whole thing, we'll duplicate it. Oopsies, I duplicated a vertex right there. That's not what I meant to do. Actually, let's undo that. I didn't mean to do that either. That might cause problems I didn't want. Let's take this, we'll duplicate this, and then mirror it, whoop, Control M, X, there we go. Turn that down a little bit so I can zoom in nice. Slowly getting there. Now, all of these are actually connected. So, let me select all of these along the bottom. Merge by distance, there we go. Now, this face here and this face here, actually, these actually connect, so we'll bridge edge loops. Those connect. Same goes over here. These actually connect like that. And we need to take that face and delete it. There we go. Part of me wants to take this ring faces that go along here. Gonna be a lot of stuff that needs. Here, I got an idea. Let's just select everything that has this sapphire material. Hide it. Just take that. Those by distance. None of those actually have problems, huh? I do doubt that. Ah, that's what I thought. It has internal faces. That's why it's having problems with selection. Just delete them. Hide that. We're gonna delete all those internal faces because they're not needed. So we'll just take... We have to do the same thing over here now too, since... Yeah, that... There we go. I want these faces to come out a bit. That looks better, I think. There's a fucking bug in my room, flying in my face. Ugh. Bug's irritating me. Alright. Scale that out a bit. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Now, what I'm planning on doing is at some point here, we're gonna take all of these. We would inset them like this. If you said you would model a monster from the monster manual, and on Discord said you would model the glasses guy. God, I'm sorry. I've been aloft with many ideas. Yeah, I said a lot of things, didn't I? This is one of the things that I've been meaning to do, and I've neglected it. That is another thing that I've neglected to do. So, I'm just full of problems, ain't I? Make that a face and inset it. Yeah, that kind of works. That seems to work pretty good. Now take that and inset it. I will need to work on that guy here very, very soon. That is definitely true. That... Actually, shit, don't do that. So my plan is I do this. This would come up. We inset it again. Then extrude that inwards. And basically, this whole ring right here, whoopsies, this would be silver. And that's how we'd go about making that, right? That's what I think anyway. But yeah, that's the plan to get that all set up. Of course, we're not close to done with that yet. All right. Select this face, and I think I want to hit grid fill. No. I have done an oopsie doodle by. Yeah. Kinda did delete those faces down there, didn't I? Huh. This is what I get for being dumb. Not at all what I wanted to do. Oh, that's hardly the worst thing I could do, honestly. I'll just start over. Get rid of all that. Come on. There it goes. Gotta clean it all up. Alright. I got them back faces again. All these need to go. They keep reappearing. That needs to be a face. There we go. Alright. Actually, how I went about this last time is I just mirrored it, right? So we'll just do that again. Delete those vertices. What the? Man, they're all doubled up and everything. Jeez. Alright, we'll take this, duplicate, mirror across the x-axis. I think I have to turn off flipping before I do that. Yeah, I did. Alright. Bridge edge loops. There we go. That's good. Let's delete those vertices. We're just gonna have to that. How am I gonna recreate this? Actually look at our thing right here. So kind of try to recreate this area right here as it curves up. Well, this area right here is supposed to end up here. Second, let me. that. That. Let's do that. Whoopsies. Think how to go about best replicating a curve that I need. That's probably better. Go. We're just gonna extrude that this way. And then it actually continues all the way over here. This side of the ball. But then it kind of... Basically, if this was beveled or whatever, this whole area would go, and then it stops right here. Let's do that. That. Slowly just going underneath like that. Yep. That. All right. Select all these, hide them. Actually, I'd select here and scale from there. That's what I need. All that. Yeah, that's good. That's good right there. That's good. Let's take the face. This book right there. Let's just move it there. There we go. All right. Let's calculate the outsides, make sure shading's good. Normals, recalculate outside. There we go. How's this looking? Starting to get there. Yeah. A lot of this detail comes from sort of grit. If you can look at the actual book itself, you can see where the metal is There's all that years, like if this was an actual book, it'd be all those years of grime and sort of rust and grease. You can see on this sort of steel here, I suppose what it would be, or silver, or whatever it is. Sort of all this sort of grime is adhered to the surface. Silver, I mean, doesn't silver oxidize? Sure, like everything oxidizes, right? I mean, what does oxidized silver look like? Huh. I'm sort of looking, and it doesn't really say much. Seems to be dark, like the areas where it oxidizes just turns darker. I don't know. See, it's kind of like this. Like all these areas right here where it's all dark. That's got to have more along lines what's actually going on. Hey, Mr. Squarepeg, how's it going? Alright, let's just break this up to right. Delete that face and delete that face. Going good, nice. That's good. That's great to hear. I'm slowly putting together this thing. Alright, bring that up. Whoop, gotta turn clipping on. That's working. Bam. Let's grab this face. And let's bring it out on the Z right there. There we go. That's looking good. There's a lot of these gems. God, how many are there? Hold on. Ooh, not my mug. Oh no. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 3. There's a lot of sets of 3. There's 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4 set, 5 set. 5 times 3 is 15 plus another 4. There's 19 gems of these sapphire gems. Looking at my book right here. Looking pretty good. I think, although I think I do need a break for a bit. I need to get more water and stretch a bit. I'll be right back. I'll swap back to the intro and I'll be back in about a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. So let's keep working. Make sure I swap back. So this all is starting to come together pretty nice. I think so anyway. I do think that... Oh, hold up, right? Hold the hell up. That there is not... That's not how that should be. There we go. Okay. That was a quick crisis averted. Make sure our topology is all good. Let's hide that. Actually, no. That doesn't come out yet. We need to... It's gonna bevel itself and gonna come out and whatnot. It's gonna be its own thing. It's gonna be a big old project to get this all worked out. So we got all that. Should I work on that or should I go with the rest of things? I don't know. Suppose I could start working on the hinge type thing that's going on here. So, based on this thing, this part extends out from this area right here. Of course, this resolution is dog shit, but I have the actual book right here. Basically, we'll extrude this out like that. Alright, let's bring this back on the Z like that. And we'll take this vertex, that vertex, bring it back on the Y like that. Now this whole area right here is supposed to be gold. That. This area is that. That like that. Oh. Actually, this is a bit. This is a bit too wide. This needs to come back a good bit. That's probably good. I'll do it. Take this one, we'll move it up. That there needs to go. Delete that edge. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Let's take all of these. This needs to be scale that on the x-axis to make that entirely flush, like that. And then we're gonna push it in a bit. This here is gonna be silver. Now I'm looking at this right here. And this face right here is actually 7-sided, which is awkward. So what we need to do is take these vertices and extend them over this way. At least that's what I'm gonna do to make this thing work a bit better. Whoopsies. Let's try to save some topology here. I'm afraid to merge all this together. I don't know if I don't have enough space to sort of merge all that at all anyway, so gonna have to make it what it is. Let's see here. Can I take this and make a loop cut here? Am I gonna have to separate it as it is? This face right here is being treated as having four vertices as well. Ah, right there. Whoopsies. Get rid of some of these, and we're just gonna bring that up right there. There we go. So now this here should all be a 4-sided quad like this. So if I hit Control R, yep. Okay, now we just select this. Hold up. This side right here is a problem. This here is another. Whoop. Yep. Got another set hidden here. Of course, I've probably gone and made this trouble for myself, but I've been modeling this thing. Now it's 4. Oh. I guess I'm gonna have to rethink that, huh? Yeah. Oh my goodness, what the hell's that now? What have I done? Ah! Oh, that's what I've done. Back faces here that need to get rid of. There we go. Okay. Let's make these snap to edges. So we'll bring that down there. Scale that to 0 like that. All right. There's a trouble. There's that trouble that was waiting for me. Ugh. That sucked. Alright. Looks like we need to take... Come on. Select that inner ring. Go out. There we go. We're gonna have to move this out a bit. Oh, geez, that selected all that. Yeah, that needs to be thicker there. That works. And there's like little screw areas right here, so we're just gonna copy these. Bring them right in here. Really, these are about perfect. Gotta put them in the right place. This one's about good. Put this one right, right there. Kill stream. That's nice. How is RuneScape? I haven't played in 10 years. Just about. Gonna be 22 years. Well, 23 here soon. Been a long damn time. Alright. I should have made the screw first. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll redo that here in a second. Select this inner ring, duplicate it. We'll assign silvery material, hide it. Let's scale that in a little bit. Still thriving. 2007 server is the most popular by a kilometer. Wow. Alright. Would it be grid fill? Ugh, I don't like that. This is supposed to be a flathead screwdriver. Flathead screw, anyway. that. I did see that, speaking of like old ass games, they have what's it now? Destroy All Humans is out on Steam now. That seems like a fun game to come back to. I wouldn't mind giving that a stream. Let's delete these faces right here. There we go. If I swap to individual origins. Now back to bounding box. Yeah. It's been so long since I've even seen Destroy All Humans. I think what happened? They made the game, but no one knew that it came out. I think that's what happened with them, and they disappeared after that because no one's clearly interested in the game, so we will just shut down, which sucks because I heard that the third game wasn't that good though. Yeah, that looks like a screw. Yeah, that's good. And then this one is... there you go. Actually, don't rotate the ring. Rotate this. There you go. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, this is going to be the last portion of the model that's going to be symmetrical. After this, it's off kilter. So what I'll do is I'll duplicate the portions that I need, apply the y-axis mirror, and I'll continue it as a separate mesh on top of it before I join it all back together again. Oh, that's good. I looked at the back and I realized the portions that I will be doing are basically on the back. So, let's see here. All this golden decorum that's going on here, this just goes on the back, so it'll just get duplicated. But the monster eye, this stuff right here, all this right here is exclusive to the front. Everything, this whole thing right here, and this hinged looking thing, all this ornatory is replicated on the back as well, so that's nice. We're just gonna have to... It might be a blessing that we have this extra topology right here. Let's take it and use it. Hey. That's not behaving. There it goes. Alright, where does this go? That goes down there to that second screw there. Nice. Right there. So now let's take these faces right there. And this extrudes out to like right there. And we're gonna get, this is gonna get pretty complicated here. So there's this initial silver bevel here, then there's a second inner one, and then there's the gold going in right here. There's a lot of stuff going on there. And then the first break from the symmetry is this rounding area right here. So that's a break from the normal. And then this area right here, that becomes problematic. Okay. Let's inlay that. Delete this edge right here. Bring that up like that. That. Oh. Gotta need that. Take all of this right here. We're gonna. Actually, I didn't mean to hit inlay. I don't need to do that. We're gonna extrude in that way. That's the way we need to go. Go. All right. Let's scale these on the x-axis here. Like that. Now. Hold on, I goofed. Before I do that, this needs to come out. Then inset it. Alright, let's just hide that for a second. So these areas need to get deleted. Whoop. Yeah, let's just handle these back faces real quick that are just not necessary here. Shit, did I? Like that. That's good. Now I can work on these faces. Delete that. Good. Whoops. There we go. Now, we're gonna take these faces and then extrude this in. Because this ring right here, this right here was silver. Just like that. Alright. Now, we're gonna have to replicate this area right there. Let's make another ring like that. Let's push that in a little. Wait, that's not all the faces. I didn't select all of them. There we go. Let's see here. Snap to that face. There we go. That's good. That's good. Let's move that as well. Whoop. There we go. That's where I need it. Slowly take these. I gotta scale them in on the X like that. And it's gonna get complicated here. Yeah. So right here, where the 3D cursor is, there's going to be another gem smack right in the center there. And then there's going to be down here another gem. That's going to be complicated. So here, we'll just extrude these out for a second, and then I'll do something else with them. Like that. Assign that. And then hit Y to rip them away. There we go. Select all that, make that gold. We just need these faces here, maybe to come out a bit on the X. There we go. Let's scale these on the X like that. There we go. There we go. That didn't affect nothing, did it? Forgot I did that. That's a little fucky. Oh well. We're slowly getting there. Okay, I think this. Let's set. Where's that 3D cursor gonna go? Let's set it. Well, select our portions that we need. Hide everything else. There. Yeah, there we go. Let's scale this on the X. Yeah, that looks about right. All right, we're gonna need another gem. Let's take this. Let's set this on the face. There we go. Right there. Now we need to split this visually into thirds. All right, there. Duplicate this again, bring it up. Delete that. Whoop. Do I have mirroring? Do I have clipping? I do have clipping. Okay. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do. Oh, we might. You know what? Here, I got an idea. Let's take these out. I'll just separate them, right? We're gonna edit them separately. Let's grab this face, set that like that. Objects, set origin, 3D cursor. We're gonna only mirror across the x-axis. So select that and delete it. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of loop cuts we're going to have to make. Turn off that for a second. All right. That. that. We're getting there, we're getting there. Here's what I'm gonna do for these instead. There we go. Perfect. Now, all we gotta do, take this, point it back up. Let me apply that first. So, oh, I applied the wrong one. Apply this one. That should. So this one has the mirror modifier, this one, okay. All things should be fine. Apply that mirror modifier. That's all good. So now we join this one to this one. Yeah, there we go. Oh. That works. Bam. Perfect. That looks good. We're gonna have to replicate whatever you would consider this. Maybe this is like dragon scale or something like that. Some kind of leathery something or other. That's good. We're almost done with the Spyro OST. You figure it's only 2 hours long, huh? Man. Let me see her now. I could go about... Maybe... Should I do that yet? Let's save. Let's save. Let's save as... This is under Aboleth. I'll do this in this way. Let's just copy paste. Whoop. Monster Annual. There we go. Slap that in there. Put that right in there. Monsters Manual. Bam. There we go. That works pretty good. So now we have this version. Let's save a second version so I can always return back to what if I fuck up and decide I want to do over. Alright. Can I just make all this one face? Yes, I can. Now let's inset it like this. So let's work everything else first. Make that a face. There we go. Alright. Whoop. Do that. Now we're gonna inset it again. We're gonna have some issues there. Let's clean up before we move on to that, huh? Right, this needs to... Let that go. Got that. All right. I think this is fine. Select all this, merge by distance. Now select these faces. These are gonna come out. That. Gonna inset again. That's gonna be a problem. Is there any kind of... That's... Yep. Anything like that? Else like that? Nope. Merge by distance. There we go. Alright, now let's set this to face. That. Alright, so we need to select all that in there. All this going around. Let's just assign that to be silver. That didn't work. Oh. Nope, nothing. Oh, it's just that reflective. I see, I see. So it is silver, it's just so reflective that it looks golden because of... I see. Yep, fair enough. Yep, there it goes. There we go. Thank you. Now, a lot of the stuff, you know what, let me make it thicker. Yeah, make it chunky. A lot of that detail is gonna come from bump mapping, so it's like a crunchy aluminum foil type thing. We can make it look like that. And all this is gonna come from oxidizing. It's very, very low poly stuff at the moment. Let's return specular back to 5, really. Too mirror like. Maybe make the roughness. Make it a little bit rough. Yeah. Got most of the front cover started. Now, the rest of this area right here, this is all gonna come from Z-axis mirroring. This right here is gonna be fun. My music stop. Oh, there we go. Got it. So let's save this under Monster Manual 1. And we're gonna save again. Go. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna apply the x-axis mirroring. Well, the z-axis mirroring, like that. And we're gonna apply a new mirror. Where's yeah. Apply this across the z-axis. So all this is now actual topology. What we're mainly focusing on is mirroring across the z-axis to get all the rest of this. That's what's happening here. I got about 30 minutes before I consider myself spent. Thing. I'm looking at the book, and this right here seems to be a completely separate plate than the rest of this. So really, once I get this here added, that would really, yeah. I think I could just take all of these faces here, and I think I'll delete them. Take this edge here. Let's turn off that for a hot second. So, you know what? This face right here. We'll do that. Oop. Yeah. All right there. Gotta get messy before it gets clean, so let's take this whole line all the way up to, oh, that's not what I want. All right, take that, we'll extrude it out. That. Oh. That. Take this. Yeah. There we go. Now, this one should come down to about there. Yep. This music, I don't recognize this. This is funky. Okay, delete that phase and hide that and delete that phase. There we go. Scale that on the y-axis to 0 and set it flat to that. I think that's flat. I think that's all flat. It's probably, that shading's probably being messed up because there's a face right there. Yeah. Mesh, recalculate outside. That helps. All right. Take those edges. Okay. This needs to come over. About right there. Getting closer and closer to lunchtime. Let's see. Okay, so if we look over here at this area kind of curves down and sort of around all that. We're gonna need another one of these gems. I think this would go about right here. There we go. Put this back to phase. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna separate these. And here we're gonna apply the Z mirror. That looks about right. Though it's more about like that. That's better. Let's just say we do that. All right, there. There, maybe up. About like that. That looks about right. Let's just take this, lower it just a bit. There we go. I don't know how the hell that got fucked up like that. All right. All right. Like that. All right, take this by the face, extrude it like that. Measure by distance. Pow, that got fixed. Yeah, that looks good. I think what I want to do, we're just gonna take all these faces that we've been making. We're just gonna get rid of them. They're not really necessary at the moment. Let's just delete them faces. Go back, let's go into this mode. Like that. Shouldn't be perfect, but let's... that. Like that. Whoop. Like that. Oop. Don't need this face, that face, that face. Yep. Okay. Now we can select all this. Hit F. Inset a bit. Let's extrude inwards a bit. This face now will be silver. That. Whoop. That's what we got going on here. Select all this. That looks cleaner. Now we're gonna have to take these screws that we made and we're gonna have to duplicate them into here. Let's see here now. Let's take this, we'll just, I got those selected, let's not do that. Going right there. Sign that, there we go. Got that. Let's see. Let's duplicate this configuration here. L. Duplicate. We're on the Z-axis like that. Move that up, right. There, that's good. This music kind of reminds me of Ty the Tasmanian Tigers. Anyone remember that game? That was on the PlayStation 2. It's an old game. Alright, looks like we got them screws in place. Now all we need. That shit was rad. I remember I bought it on Steam. I haven't played it in a while. I think they were remaking it in Unity or something like that. I don't know what the deal was. Yeah, it's been a long time. Alright, so now we're gonna need to replicate this last plate on in there. We're almost done with that. This whole process here is almost complete. But I think I'm gonna have to save this for another time, because we are not quite done yet, and there's no way I'm gonna finish before the end of the stream. So I got like 7 minutes left before I would consider myself done. I'm just gonna flip through the monster manual for a bit. Hey, there's a kobold. Check these out. Yeah. I think it's interesting that in a lot of more modern depictions of... Thank you. I have made a lot of progress. I think a lot of modern depictions of kobolds, they try to make them more cutesy and a lot more intimidating than they actually are. Let me take a look here. Let's look at kobolds from 5th edition. Look at these things. Like, if you look at these things, you think these things are gonna fuck you up, man. This thing's more ripped than I am. Things are muscular. And then you got these. This is how they look in 3rd edition. Well, I don't know. These are 4th edition, actually. So you got these really... That's a Photoshop. So you got all of these creatures. What the fuck? Ugh. That's what they look like in WoW. Nope. Oh, look at 3rd edition, right? Look at how scrawny they are. Like, this is a far more accurate depiction of what they're like. I don't, like... Did they get boosted in 5e? Hold on. I'm curious now. Hit points. 2d6 minus 2. Yeah, they're a lot more beefy in 5th edition. Mathematically speaking, a kobold in 3rd edition only had 1d8 for hit points. So, on average, you'd probably roll at least 6. Well, it'd get 6 on average, minus 2, so 4. Mathematically speaking, that's the same amount of hit points, but they like their d6s in 5e. that's interesting. The armor class of a kobold's only 12 in 5e. If at 3.5, their armor class is 15. They're small, so they're harder to hit. They're more agile. They're wearing leather armor, +2. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see, what kind of damages can they do? Sunlight sensitivity, yeah. Attack tactics, yeah, that sounds about right. That describes how kobolds fight. Let's see here. Dagger. Man, they got downgraded from a challenge rating of 1.8 to, well, 1/8 to, well, 1/4 to 1/8. In the 3.5, their challenge rating 1/4. That's probably because their armor class took a hit. It's probably the main reason why. Let's see here. Kobolds are short reptilian humanoids with cowardly and sadistic tendencies. Kobold's scaly skin ranges from dark rusty brown to a rusty black color. Glowing red eyes, his tail is non-prehensile. Kobolds wear ragged clothing favoring red and orange. I think that's associated with the red dragons and shit that they follow. Kobolds usually consume plants or animals, but are not averse to eating intelligent beings. Also, kobolds, like dragons, can eat literally anything. They can eat rocks, too. They tend to spend most of their time fortifying the lands around their lairs with traps and warning devices such as spike pits, trap wires, attached to crossbows, other mechanical contraptions. Kobolds hate almost anything, a humanoid or fey, especially gnomes and sprites. Yeah. I'm not a goblin. Yeah. Yeah, that's kobolds. They're fun, but yeah. I'm getting hungry, and man, I'm gonna be done for the day. So appreciate everyone's watching. I will disappear. I'm gonna make me something to eat. See you, everyone.